came to Team Fortress 2 from Call of Duty about, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, and I thought I was going to be in store for a really great, really fun game. But you know what I found? There's loads of explosives and fire and stupid shit like that. What happened to all the great bullets that actually take skill to use? What happened to the skill?
You suck!
So, what is one of the biggest factors about Team Fortress 2 that has made it such a timeless classic of a first-person shooter that still retains a devoted fanbase to this day? Simple. Variety. There is hundreds of different ways to play. Unlike your typical grey-brown military shooter, Hitscan Havoc is not all there is to skill in Team Fortress 2. Yet anything that is not a weapon that requires perfect aim to utilise is hated on by the community, and I will say wholeheartedly that it is undeserved. Soldier and Demo Man typically face the brunt of this silly argument. The rocket launcher is said to take no skill because of splash. Sticky spamming is said to take no skill because of splash. Already, we have some stellar logic that doesn't actually make any sense. The kinds of people who talk such crap about Soldier, Demo, or other non-hitscan weapons like most of Pyro's kit, the Huntsman, the crossbow, hell, most projectiles for that matter, are also typically the people to praise weapons like the sniper rifle and pre-nerf ambassador to high heaven because they require high-octane, high-skill aim. Guys, let me level with you on something. Skill in Team Fortress 2 is not solely defined by how well you can aim a hitscan weapon. It's a great deal more complex than that. In the realm of weapons specifically, it is quite silly to see so many players claim that it takes no skill to use splash weapons, just because they quote-unquote take no aim. You're missing the point. Not every mechanic is designed to require perfect aim to pull off, and nor should they. Splash damage is designed as weak area of effect damage, or in simple terms, to harass and crowd control enemies who are bunched up together. Soldier and Demo Man excel at this, being the two best classes in the game at fighting groups of enemies, yet both get flack for utilising Splash to get kills because it apparently requires no skill. Let's just ignore that both of these classes have to be in the thick of combat, always vulnerable to damage from enemies, and always having to focus on survival on top of dealing damage, huh? As said previously, hitscan aim is not all that defines skill in Team Fortress 2. If you want a game where your bullet aim is all that really matters, you can go and find Call of Duty or Battlefield at your local Kmart. Team Fortress 2 is designed with many different mechanics in mind to keep the gameplay fresh, unpredictable, and varied. This is why projectiles, splash, afterburn, healing, buildings, and a bunch of other interesting variables exist at all. Instead of moaning that splash takes no skill because you're so close-minded to think that everyone needs to be a headshot god to be considered good at the game, try adapting to fighting different classes. In closing, I'd like to ask those particular people this. If learning how to fight against 9 completely different enemies with vastly different setups and mechanics is not something you're willing to do, then why did you install Team Fortress 2 in the first place? The status quo is not God.